What's up, y'all? It's your guy, eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and this is your Rob Font versus Cory Sandhagen breakdown. What a phenomenal fight in this bantamweight division. I love this fight. And just, dude, like, you guys know me, I'm a big Rob Font guy. Rob Font's my boy. That's my dog, man. And I have a burning sensation. Yo, I have a burning sensation to try to be different and pick Rob Font here. I want to do it so goddamn bad. I want to do it so damn bad. I think Rob, man, you give me Rob 3 years ago, I think Rob beats this kid 3 years ago, but it's just not 3 years ago. And that's just where it comes down to. Short notice fight for Rob, so you never know. You do see sometimes these short notice opponents will give certain guys problems. It seems like the short notice power boost, right? That's what I like to call it. But he is coming on short notice. They will be fighting at 140, so good for both those guys. That they're going to be fighting at a different weight, a more healthier weight, and we might see a really good fight out of both guys. And yeah, I mean, Rob was getting ready for a fight against Song Yadong, which both these matchups are kind of bad for him, to be honest with you. I think the Cory Sandhagen one is less of a chance for him to get finished besides the Song one. So I guess it's better in terms of, concussive damage he'll take. But yeah, man, this matchup is such a good fight, man. I really, I think last year, before the Cheeto fight, I really wanted to see this fight. But I'm happy we're going to see it now. Obviously, we got to talk about Umar Nurmagomedov pulling out and stuff like that. So that was the fight that was supposed to happen between him and Cory Sandhagen. And, dude, Dagestani privilege is cooked. I will talk about this a little bit. Aliskerov lost his fight against Paulo Costa. Umar lost his fight against Cory Sandhagen. Abus Nurmagomedov got exposed for a complete fraud against Sean Strickland. So Dagestani privilege is cooked. I was gonna make a video about how Dagestani privilege must be stopped, but there's no point because it just got cooked up. It got cooked up to shreds, baby. So there's no need. So just wanted to say that Dagestani privilege is cooked. We live in a world where good things happen, you know what I'm saying, and righteous things happen, and there is a God out there that won't let some of the evil Dagestani privilege go through. So that's just it, simple as that. But yeah, besides that, this matchup is such a good fight. It's such a good matchup. They match up so well with each other, both striking centric kind of fighters, but guys that have a good grappling game. And yeah, I love this fight. But in terms of the tail of the tape, Cory Sandhagen comes with a record of 16-4. Fights out of Colorado, age 31, a height of 5'11", entry 70. Rob Font comes with a record of 20-6. He's fighting out of Boston, Massachusetts, age 36. So big thing here, 36 years old. That's kind of prime. I mean, they say, your best years are 32 to 36. They're, some guys are trying to add 36. I always look at it from 30 to 35 for an MMA fighter, but they want to add 36. I've seen guys have good years at age 36. Usually you go downhill at 37, but at bantamweight, so I think it's a completely different story. Like you look at Dominic Cruz. He had a great fight, I think, when he was 36 or 37 years old against Pedro Munoz. Don't get it twisted, but against guys like Cheeto or against the higher level guys, he's gonna get washed up. Eventually, age does matter. And as much as I love Rob Font, as much as how tough he is, and how much he proves people wrong, we'll talk about that. I just don't think he stylistically matches up well with Cory Sandhagen right now. I think Cory Sandhagen is probably the most well-developed he's ever been. He's, I think, in his prime. I think this is the best version of Cory Sandhagen we've ever seen. His last two fights have been masterclass performances, and he didn't need no KO of the year or some bullshit-ass finish over, at the time, chinny or past their prime fighters to prove that to me. These performances, yeah, you might call them boring or whatever. These were fights that I was like, okay, this guy is, and I used to call him Cory Hippie Boy Sandhagen. Now I call him Cory the true #1 contender Sandhagen. I used to get really mad with comparisons between him and Dominic Cruz because he was a striking centric kind of fighter. He never ever mixed in the wrestling, and ever since that fight with Peter Yan where he shot for a legitimate takedown and he got it, I was like, whoa, okay, we might have something here. Even though he lost that fight, he showed a new wrinkle in his game, and that turned into something where now you have to respect his grappling game, because not only will he outstrike you, he will try to outgrapple you. And if you're not on your P's and Q's about his grappling, he will take you down and he will dominate you. Song Yadong has great takedown defense. You know what I'm saying? He has great takedown defense. And he showed that against Cory, but Cory eventually got him down. You know what I'm saying? And then Marlon Chito Vera kind of got dominated on the ground against Cory Sandhagen. Cory Sandhagen got some good top time against him and looked really, really good. And honestly, I saw shades with Dominic Cruz. I finally saw what people were talking about. I guess I was late to the party, but this kid, he won me over. He really, truly, and I picked him to beat Cheeto, but I wasn't won over by Hippie Boy. He still was a Hippie Boy. He still was passive aggressive. I didn't know he had that dog in him. I didn't know he had that ability to follow game plans and strategies. I didn't know if he had the ability to fight smarter fights and not only be dependent on your striking, also use your other parts of your game to win fights. I didn't know he had that in him, and he showed that in his last 2 fights. And as much as I love Rob Font, and Rob Font, to me, I told you motherfuckers he was going to beat Yanez. I just want to say that. Even though he beat Yanez, I think Rob Font, that fight against Yanez only goes like that 1 out of 10 times. I think Rob Font beats him every time, but the way he beat him, I did not see him doing that. A KO in the first round, I did not see that coming at all. I saw more of a Rob Font decision, kind of 30-27, almost reminiscent of the Sergio Pettis performance he had a few years back, if you guys remember that one. That's what I kind of saw, him just jabbing him up, using the long arms. But him getting that rear hook in that weird clinch position, the way he did was just so crazy, and just knocking that man out and fucking having him just flop on the ground like the way he did was just nuts. I just don't see him replicating that on a consistent rate. I'm not saying Rob Font doesn't hit hard. He's knocked people out, but he's not a KO artist at all. I would not call him that, especially in the top level, or especially against the top 5 fighters. He's not KOing anyone. He didn't even KO Cody Garbrandt. That's my dog, but Cody ain't the most durable guy in the world. So as much as I love that performance he had against Yanez is not Cory Sandhagen. And I say that respectfully. I think Cory, he edges him out on the feet by a little bit. Obviously, I think the kicks are going to be the biggest measuring stick of how much of a better striker he's going to be in this matchup, how much he utilizes his kicking game. I think he has great body kicks, great high kicks, great leg kicks, but he doesn't use it on abundance, I would say. Like, he doesn't use it a lot. Like, he's not gonna spam leg kicks against Rob Font, because Rob Font's more of a traditional boxing centric kind of fighter in there. I don't see him doing that. He's a guy that flows with his striking. He'll throw the jab, and then when he throws 2 jabs, he might throw a leg kick or a body kick, or he might throw a rear hook, or he might switch stances and throw a high kick. Those are things he does. He flows with his strikes. He doesn't say, oh, I gotta kick his legs 1,000 times. No, he's not gonna fight like that. That's just not who he is. But I just do think his striking is just a little more fluid, if you know what I'm saying, and it has more in the arsenal with his strikes. And I think in the grappling department, I think it could be interesting to see who wins. I'd actually argue Rob Font might be the better grappler out of the two. I don't know, some people might be like, what? You saw what he did to Cheeto? Yeah, but Rob Font also took Cheeto Vera down. Rob Font, he fought really stupid against Cheeto, and he didn't utilize his wrestling as much as he could have. Do I think he would have won him the fight? Nah, he was too damaged at that point. But yeah, and also I think the biggest factor going into this matchup, and I talked about he was too hurt in the Cheeto fight, is durability. As much as I love Rob, he can survive. He's tough. He's hard-nosed, workhorse kind of fighter. He's a grinder, but he does get hurt. He got hurt against Aldo. He got hurt against Cheeto. He was getting lit up a little bit, even against Yanez in the first few minutes of that fight, the jab. And it was the athleticism of Yanez, I think, gave him a little bit of problems. But eventually, he found a shot. And I talk about athleticism. I talk about durability. Those key things go with Cory Sandhagen. I think Cory Sandhagen is the more athletic fighter, and he's the more durable fighter. And I think his athleticism, his talent, and his durability will shine in this matchup. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think 48-47. I think there's going to be moments where it could be close, maybe 49-47, something like that, or 49-46, my bad. It could be close at moments. I think Rob can potentially win 2 rounds, but that's all I give Rob here. And that's about it. I think Cory does his thing here. It can be interesting. I think Rob, can he win this fight? Yeah, I do. If Rob can go look at that TJ Dillashaw fight and take this fight to the clinch, dirty box Cory Sandhagen up, make it dirty. Don't give him this elegant fight. I go, you go. We're not playing chess. We're not playing checkers. We're playing goddamn mud wrestling. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing none of that. We are making this dirty as a mug. And if Rob can do that, I think he has a chance here. Rob has to take this to the clinch. I would say Cory's probably weakest part of his game is the clinch. We saw Aljamain Sterling take advantage of him in the clinch and get the bag. We saw fucking TJ Dillashaw get work on in the clinch against Cory Sandhagen. Yeah, I just think that's where Rob can really win this fight, is in the clinch. So, but I just don't see it happening. 3 years ago, I think Rob beats him. I really do believe that. I want to specifically say that 3 years ago, Rob beats this kid, but I just don't. I think Cory Sandhagen 2.0, whatever you want to call him, 3.0, whatever you want to say. I think this kid's he's a future champ. I never thought I'd say it on this channel, man. I never thought. eBay. I know the Cory Sandhagen fans are clapping right now. But I think this kid got next, man. He really, really has impressed me. And I think he puts on a spectacular performance. And I think he's your true #1 contender for the bantamweight title after Aljo and Sean O'Malley get it on. So, yeah, can't wait for that. This is going to be a phenomenal fight. And I will be making an announcement today, right now. I will be streaming the next 3 fight nights. This one, Luque versus Dos Anjos, and probably, actually, it's not the next 3 fight nights. The next 2 fight nights. This one, Luque, Dos Anjos, and then O'Malley versus Aljo. I think you guys knew I was going to do that. I have not streamed a fight night in a very long time. You guys have kind of berated me about that, saying, why aren't you, streaming fight nights? I will do that. I will make it my mission to stream these next 2 fight nights. I want to stream way more fight nights. And yeah, just to let you guys know that I will be doing that. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and share the video. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Follow me on my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok. All the links will be down below in the description box. Love y'all, and goodbye. I'm out of here.
That's awesome. Nick was premature baby, man. He's doing great.
Damn, nice, Nick.
So we got a lot of comeback kids up in here, baby. That's what's up.
I think that people carry around energy, obviously, and like pretty much the entire time I'm in fight week, or or definitely when we're facing off or anything, in my head I'm thinking I'm gonna kill you, you know. Damn. Next time we see each other, I'm gonna try to kill you, So I try to carry that energy with me all the time, because I think that while it's subtle, I think, like,